And I believe on my end, I am live. Okay, so welcome. We are in the Civ drafting phase of the game.
Hey, also from my side to Cast of Empires viewers. I am the Otter hosting this tournament together with a voice you might recognize more. You're watching this on his videos. And yeah, I just had to finish up my food because I just played my set in the qualifiers.
Oh, nice.
Didn't have that much
I
time.
won't ask how it went because I'm gonna cast it as a premiere, so no spoilers.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say it was a good set?
Of course.
I want some more. And we've got a draft here. Pretty good civs remaining there from the admin bands. Saracens, Berbers, Magyars for boOmstik, and Cumans, Mongols, Bohemians, Teutons. So pretty good civs. Especially I like boom civs here.
Yeah, what are the odds that the Saracens are gonna get sniped? Probably what, 99%?
Yeah, something like that. Saracens are always the first pick and they always get sniped, which is sad because I love to play them. But they're also too good.
They're a very strong counter to the Mongols, I find. Which is why
I also very counter to the Cumans.
Yeah,
I guess
true.
Bohemians and Teutons have a chance.
Okay, these are some pretty powerful civilizations out of Nili.
Ethiopians, Turks there. Yeah, I do really like the first 4 civs for boom though. And he's going also for aggressive civs. While Nili, we have Cumans very aggressive, but probably gonna get sniped. And it's also picking it away from boomstik, I think. That's a great move by him. Because I think the way boomstik can win here is at the start. And then we've got a bit on the slower side, Bohemians, Teutons, Ethiopians. And that could maybe be rushed down by something like Berbers, Magyars, Tatars, even Byzantines maybe.
Yeah, it seems like boomstik is going for a lot of mobility with some of these civilizations, whereas Nili's going for more of a lot of the civs he has have like siege components and siege bonuses. But we'll see. So Otter, you are, just to ask live to show everyone how much of a noob I am, you're using the AoE2 Rex spectator dashboard.
Yeah, boomstik will also send me the codes. I think I can send them further to you. boomstik was in my chat here before. Apparently, we had a close call on another daylight savings issue because boomstik told me he thought the match was in an hour.
Oh god, okay. Good thing he was in your chat.
He noticed it 15 minutes before. I think he saw my stream going live and he was shit. I have to play it now. Oh no.
Oh god.
Good that he paid attention.
Oh, look at that. Nili Dravidians. Okay. Mayans for boomstik.
Can be surprisingly good. But also, we've seen him win a lot, I think, in the qualifiers. We've seen them doing not that well in parts of the main event. I think they're very safe matchup dependent as well, so they can be either great or.
Well, there you go. The Teutons and the Saracens are bye.
Teuton snipe? What? No, I don't know. Saracen snipe is like completely expected, but a Teuton snipe?
So you were expecting Cumans to get sniped?
Yes. Or Mongols.
I thought, I was leaning towards Mongols, because who the hell wants to face full power upgraded Mongols if they don't have to?
Yeah, I guess boomstik has Berbers in his draft, right? So he's not fearing Mongols as much.
Good point.
Teutons kill Bulgarians, right? Probably wanted them out of the way for that reason. But Byzantines, I feel like, would have maybe even had a chance against Teutons. Yeah, Mayans also have a hard time.
Yeah.
But like Berbers and Magyars should be able to deal with them as well.
Yeah, maybe
he's not afraid of Nili's rush, I guess, and not banning the Cumans.
I wonder if it has to do with crenellations, and he just a lot of his civs are like we saw, mobility, Berbers, Magyars. All of these are cavalry, except for the Mayans. I wonder if he just doesn't want to deal with those 13 range castles.
Could very well be, or I think there's Nili likes students traditionally and played them a lot in the last team game tournament as well, where I think boOmstik's team played against Nili's team. And maybe he's just like Nili's very good with students, even though back then I think they were better because they had Trademark Crane.
Okay, yeah.
And doesn't want to give Nili a civ that Nili's good with.
Okay.
I could also imagine that.
I'm just refreshing my spectator dashboard here to see if...
I should probably also use it. I thought boOmstik would send, but...
Oh, here we go. Ooh, you're going to like the first matchup, I think.
Oh, it's directly on the front page. Oh, perfect. I'm going to like it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Nili is on the front page of the thing. You don't even need to click into profiles. This is going to be a very fun matchup, I think.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know. Yeah, the Citron is just still for Cumans. Yeah, I think that can go either way. If you want to know it, we have boOmstik versus Nili here, Cumans versus Berbers, and Keller or another. What in chat? Can you do predictions? Well, on Speculator, I can probably do the first one, but I don't think I'll be able to do more than that.
Yeah, he's going to have to worry about that Cuman siege, I think. Aside from that, the Berbers seem to... I mean, they've got those regenerative camels. Any kind of cav archer out of Nili is going to get destroyed immediately. Although he does have the fastest paladins in the game. We'll see if that works out. If he goes that route. Very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I do like Berbers though, because Cumans can't really rush here. Later on, Cumans have siege onagers, but they don't have siege engineers, so their range isn't as good. And Berbers do get perfectly fine bombard cannons, so you can probably deal with them that way.
You think we're going to get to see
Kipchak? Obviously hard counter. And against Berbers, it's pretty unlikely. I mean, we're definitely going to see them because there's mercenaries, right? There is some free Kipchaks. Right. And the free Kipchaks will see usage just because they're free.
Alright, here we go.
Thanks, Fluffy Bunny. Yeah, we were on Speculator, so we just go live, I assume.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the fast forward button once I get into capture age so that we're all caught up.
Yeah, I'm going to do the introduction if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Welcome to the Fastest Chaos, and we are here with the opening match for a very well-known member of the community, Nili AOE, and a very well-known member of the DM community, boOmstik. Is the Berbers and Nili going for the Cumans. We are playing on hyper random, so the maps will differ a lot. Lots of animals here in the middle, and the rushes already starting. Cast of Empires, the co-host of the tournament, is here with me. What do you think?
I am wondering what the hell is going on with the dog that's flying in the air on the left side of the map.
I see Dave is also present. I think some birds got replaced by the dog on Hyper for whatever reason.
Okay, I was wondering if that was their scout unit or something. No, it's a Stormy dog.
Yeah, it's just a bird basically. Okay. That's why I said Dave casting. We have the camel defense here against the Step Lancers, and I don't think the Step Lancer rush should do too much to a Berber. Cheaper camels can go for a lot of stables. Lots of camel on the defense. Yeah, Step Lancers, not a single kill yet. And also the camels rushing, but there's Hybridism.
I don't mind the Step Lancer rush because now we can try at least to snipe villagers that are behind a wall. Right? I mean, with their one range, they can at least try to get some villager snipes. Not that they're getting any. The camels are just wrecking everything that comes forward.
Yeah, Step Lancers are amazing at rushing. That's why usually with Cumans, you kind of always want to go for that. Berbers might be the best civ at defending it, though.
Yeah,
you should probably still try. I'm not saying that.
Those camels just...
Well, now he's losing 4 villagers, though. That forward castle was too optimistic. 2 villagers only. Look like more.
Okay, so the red aggression seems to have abated for a quick second, but now more Step Lancers are coming in. Okay, they're catching a few camels. There's a lot of bears in the middle. Holy, do you see the train of bears on the left side of the map chasing a halberdier?
Yeah, I think Nili wants him out of there because he wants to go forward with castles. So he's actually probably actively dragging the bears away, or the Heavy just following the camel. I don't know, but it would be a good move because he probably wants forward castles. What I don't like by Nili is that he's still making step lancers. I think paladins, even though it's against camels, either DQing them or switching to paladin.
Yeah,
be advisable here because against mass camels.
Oh, he's going Kipchaks. So Nili's establishing himself. He managed to snipe a villager or two in that forward castle that Blue was building, but it wasn't enough damage. And now they're both kind of posturing out on the map, both of them with a very healthy army count so early on in the game.
Yeah, boOmstik also camel rushing in the back of Nili. Won't find too many villager kills there, as Nili's eco expansion is rather going to the forward, or it's not eco expansion, it is map expansion, what most of his villagers are doing. And going on the aggression.
Yeah, Nili's army is a lot more powerful here with those halberdiers. We'll see how well the camel archers manage to snipe these halberdiers.
Halberdier is always a bit tricky to deal with for Berbers until they get the camel archer mass out. Are all the voice volumes fine on my stream, by the way, chat?
Okay. Somebody in my chat let me know if the volume's good. I like the addition of the Kipchaks for the camels, because the camels' pierce armor generally not great. And the Kipchaks could have a pretty good time taking out some of these camels while the halberdiers... Oh, there's a bit of a red contingent at the back of Blue's base now. Missing an opportunity to snipe a villager.
I think they're gonna kill the TC though, right? I think the HP are going down. That's
oh my God,
more value than the village.
True. Oh, there you go. I don't think they can even see the villager with their terrible line of sight. No, they don't. Okay.
They have to assume one is there, but they're not really intelligent on their own.
Okay, so far an interesting game. We're seeing some onagers out of our Berber, which I guess for the halberdiers or the Kipchaks.
I think it's just onagers versus the SO. You can somewhat defend siege onagers with onagers. Especially since the Berbers get siege engineers and the Cumans don't, so there's actually more range on the onagers than on the SO. Damn, I kind of still would have preferred bombard cannons.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think boOmstik is not a lover of bombard cannons. He likes traps and onagers.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't love onagers? Volume's perfect.
Our Berbers, they like bombard cannons. The others like onagers.
It looks like all of Blue's army in the back of Red's base has been cleared up, so whereas Red still has a few step lancers. And they're fighting camel archers, so they should do pretty well with 6 pierce armor. Oh no, never mind. Numbers. The numbers don't work out.
I think archers might have bonus damage? I don't even know, but like step lancers usually die to everything, non-melee. They kind of die to everything, they're just great at rushing. Okay. From DM experience. But the push in the middle is looking good for the German here. Nili with a big army, 105 army, asking his opponent to resign already. But boOmstik has still quite some castles, quite some map presence for Nili to break.
Yeah, he's also starting to mix in a few hussars, which are going to distract the halberdiers on the left side. But the onagers are going to have a good time with the camel archers. I don't know how Blue is going to engage into this red army.
Yeah, it's kind of an all-in push though. Nili completely out of food. So if there is a clear up by boOmstik, Nili economy will take a while to be able to replenish this army. But he's adding a lot of Kipchaks, so they don't cost food.
Oh, the hussars, the hussars. Oh, what a beautiful move. Getting rid of all those onagers is a fantastic play. He's got to get rid of the one on the right, though. Fantastic get there by boOmstik. Now all of a sudden the Cuman army doesn't...
some time.
Yeah, exactly. He bought himself a little bit of time. He's building his own siege workshops on the right, but how many trebs does Nili have? 13 trebs.
Still a very dangerous push, and but the thing is, like the camel archers, if that one SO is down, could kill everything, right? They have against Halberdiers and against the Kipchaks, so here comes the next fight.
He still does have 48 of them, so they could do potentially, but they're focusing on the halberdiers. They're getting onager down. Ooh, I love these kinds of battles. I love these. I don't know about you, but in terms of the types of battles I like to see, these kind of... Okay, it's GG.
That's what we do love to see. Not to meet Nili is probably won the game.
Oh my god, that was just an absolute camel pancake. But no more siege onagers. There's a few to the back. He's got an opportunity here to take a second to deal with these Kipchaks, but how the hell do you deal with the Trebs? He's out of food, he's out of gold.
boOmstik looping around now. Mighty get 2 traps there. Nili siege onagers, not killing their own traps, but also not really killing the Hussar. On the front there is more army streaming, and I think a cleanup might still be possible, but it's just not enough camel archers there to deal with the Kipchak.
No, he's training 20 more. He can go up to 44, but I mean, these siege onagers are just the MVPs so far for our human army.
Yeah, quite a heavy lack of bombard cannon, in my opinion, for the Berber.
Yeah, I'm wondering, that definitely would have helped. Okay, his onager does move forward, gets one of the siege onagers. He is going up now to 58 camel archers.
Where are boOmstik siege workshops? I think he really has the rest for a siege of his own. And like, if he just had 5 bombard cannons and micros somewhere, that
he could
kind of
get
clear
rid of
everything.
He's also raiding Nili's base now on the western side. Hi, Bad Buzza. Well, let's see how this battle goes here. Yeah, boOmstik is focusing his camel archers for a second there on the Trebs, but all the onagers are moving forward.
Oh no! Not again!
Oh no, no, no. Okay, didn't lose too many, but he's down to only 27. And they're back from raiding Nili's base. Or maybe those got cleaned up, never mind. Step Lancers are back on the menu on the left side of the map, making their way down.
Yeah, Step Lancers probably left over from the rush, or did he make them new?
I don't know. I mean, boOmstik's villager count is pretty damn healthy. 119 villagers. He's got 3,000 gold.
Look at the left eye. Now it's gone. But there were like 15 villagers standing around the farm that they just made.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy to relocate the economy here, right? As he's losing his main base.
Open. It's gonna get decimated.
He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job expanding left and right. But there aren't any castles left for him, right? No stone, no economy protection there. Now those Step Lancers that actually are being still added are finding great value.
Oh yeah, there's also a random halberdier on the right side who's being annoying to some villagers, but here come the camel archers. I don't know if there's enough camel archers to get rid of these Step Lancers now. I think the Step Lancers outnumber them. 8 to 9.
In the middle there's still the onagers. Where are the camel archers out that you talked about? Yeah, but they're retreating again. A bit of micro problems. Now uniting them in the middle again, where he can't really engage into the SO.
Hussars are back. They're sniping Trebs. They're sniping SOs. Let's see it. Oh wow, he's getting good damage done. That's a lot of onagers and Trebs that went down to 5 Hussars, but oh no.
That was nice, but he still has 6 Trebs, right? So
wow.
The push is still strong.
What do we think? I think, yeah, I agree with you. boOmstik just did not nullify the Trebs. I think the Trebs here were just destroying structure after structure.
Yeah, big push with 13 traps, very dangerous, and boOmstik has to tap out. Biggest thing here, I think, for the Berber player was not adding any bombard cannon all game, and then it kind of became too late once Nili pushed in, right? All his siege workshops were kind of out of position on the right. The ones at the front were killed early on, and then boOmstik never really had the opportunity even to make bombard cannons in place where it makes sense after that. I think maybe the original onagers should have been bombard cannons.
Yeah. I wonder if he was, like you were saying, relying on the extra 1 range with the siege engineers for the onagers, but either way, it wasn't enough. I mean, he's got his Treb count down to 5, which means he managed to kill 8 Trebs, but doesn't really matter when your economy is being raided on the left, on the right, and Nili's just pushing down the guts. Wow, that was a really fun first game.
That was a good one, and Nili really doing well with the siege there. I love the 13 traps there, I think.
Yeah, really the 13 Trebs. It does seem like we've seen generally the players that push, when they add in a significant amount of Trebs, they generally tend to do really well. Oh, game number 2 is going to be fun also. I mean, I'm
Another thing I find interesting is that they both kind of use their first Civ here. From the gets we've seen so far, mostly people start with like their lower Civs, but both went for their earliest pick available.
Someone in my chat is saying it looked very one-sided. Are Cumans just that much better?
No, they're not. It's an even Civ match.
I think it was, yeah, I think it was a fairly even. I think there's the army composition out of our Berber, like Otter was saying. If he added a few bombard cannons, would have been able to at least snipe some of the Trebs and keep himself safe, because he was expanding quite well. But what
are you also into game 2? I'm paused at 13 seconds.
Oh, I'm at 56 seconds. Sorry, I was rambling.
I'm gonna go there and then take. Holy map! What do we have here? This is one of the craziest gens I've ever seen. Magyars versus Mongols. Magyars not the greatest navy. I'll go to 56 seconds and then tell you. But we're all on a swamp and there's water around it. Probably docks in the corner again. Yeah, but no merchant this time.
Wow.
I will do right there. 56 you said, right?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to hit pause. I'm going to hit pause at a minute 56. And let me know when you're there. Sorry, Otter. This is all...
Yeah. Going there. I comment a bit on what I'm seeing, if you don't mind, as
of course.
Stables are coming down and some archery ranges for boOmstik. Both started with a galleon, interestingly enough, to snipe villagers with. And Nili is defending with his one with the Mongols, the slower start trying to get stuff up. And I'm almost at 150. Now I'm paused at 150 if you want to do a countdown.
150. Okay, let me just rewind 1 sec. Okay, let's 3, 2, 1. We'll hit the play.
Yes.
Okay, I'm hitting play now. You know what'll be interesting?
Magyars. No, Magyars don't have a good dock. Benegor, at least not in DM, because heavy demos are really important. I think Mongols get them. Can you actually dock though? Wait, you need to expand to these Greenlands to dock, maybe?
Yeah, you can dock, I think, in the Greenlands. Oh my god, take a look at the 9 o'clock position on the map. We've got smoke monkeys that attack on a 99 melee attack.
Yeah, they are pacified smoke monkeys, though. Someone castrated them or something, because they believe that they behave like deer. They don't actually engage.
What is going on? Welcome to Hyper Random, ladies and gentlemen, where we've got flying dogs and smoke monkeys that are stronger than paladins.
Yeah, and then important information in DM, the most important ship, in my opinion, is the demolition ship. Yes. That's why fast fire are really nullified there, because I have Venegar on my chat saying Magyars have a good navy. With galleon, fast fire, dry dock, shipwright would be nothing. It's kind of not too great, because they only have regular demo and regular cannon galleon. Really important. Whereas Mongols, I think, get heavy demo, and yep, they do. They do get heavy demo and elite cannon galleon. Two very helpful ships.
Very, and it looks like boOmstik agrees with you. He's going up to 10 cannon galleons. His cav archers are getting slaughtered here by these castles.
And nearly going... camels are okay at the start. Rush-wise, I could have expected a bit more of the Magyars. Got 4 kills overall, but Magyars, with that close of a distance, could have, I think, made more of a difference at the start. But nearly not adding any docks, not able to expand to the Greenland, or not trying. I don't know, but cannon gates are coming around. No demolition ships at all. I think they would have in the middle as well. But boOmstik just wants to go around and kill some structures.
Oh yeah, Nili's not gonna expect this at all. He has made no effort to build any kind of docks. He's gonna see the galleons in the front, which are gonna start busting down his castles. But the Mangudai are gonna zone those out. The good thing about this map is there's nowhere for ships in the center to be safe. Everywhere can be reached by cav archers or Magyars or onagers.
Yeah, also goes the other way, right? Units, except if they're on the very tiny Greenlands, they're on what I've been calling Greenlands. They can be reached by demos. This is an absolute demo map, and there's not a single demo.
Not a single demo. But you know what there is? Look at the cannon galleons in the bottom left of the map. They are just destroying Nili's infrastructure. He's adding hussars.
Yeah, cannon galleons also at the front now. Mangudai trying to loop around to get rid of them. Mangudai kind of good against cannon galleons.
Yeah, fantastic against cannon galleons. So we've got three
boOmstik should
fronts.
shoot them.
Oh, Nili is finally adding in some docks. What is he doing? Fast fire ships are the order of the day for him.
Demophobia again. Well,
Demophobia.
I shouldn't talk about it. I shouldn't talk about it. It's a good chance.
What an absolute...
I'm in the same group with these guys, so I prefer them to make fire.
Exactly. Oh yeah, no, everyone should make only cannon galleons, especially when playing against Otter. Here come the Magyar Hussars.
I think cannon galleons are better than fires. Please make fires. But massive battles in the middle. Cedra just finding a lot of kills. Nili ahead 117-69. Nice. And the cannon galleons versus Mangudai matchup continues as Nili is pushing in the middle.
His Mangudai have also cleared up the galleons in the back.
Apparently Mangudai are the best ships. There's no news.
Well, definitely fire ships versus castles are not very helpful, but how many 16 siege onagers in the forward? Oh, they just flattened a whole bunch of...
Oh, but the cannon galleons!
Oh.
Nice shots by the cannon galleons on the SO. I don't know how we synced up. I'm at 1040, 1041, 1040.
Yeah, I'm at 1046, 7, 8. I think we're a few seconds apart, not the end of the world.
I paused for a few seconds, so it should be good. I'm syncing with you. No traps out, right? For Nili, so he can't really push those two forward castles for boOmstik.
Oh, you got your
economy-wise.
Sorry to interrupt, we've got demos.
Yes, baby, Nili! Let's go. Some nice shots to start things off.
Yeah, there was one blue demo that got a few hussars, but now we're seeing a bit of red demo play. Let's see it. What do you think, Otter? Should he send his demo ships through the back?
True, they could actually enter the base there, right?
Exactly.
But there's no economy. Really hard to make economy here on this map. 39 for boOmstik, 57 for Nili. Nili is expanding somewhat to the goals on the right. I think your main economy here has to be fishing ships.
Yeah, look at the map. There's a lot. I wonder how much food is in each one. No, not a lot. Only 128, 295. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about the fishing ships being the primary food source.
The further ones have more, actually. There's some Dorado that have, or some dolphins with 300.
Damn. Another boom, another boom. Demo's heading for the cannon galleons. Oh, they don't reach in time. The Mangudai so far doing an amazing job for Nili.
They are, but I don't think it will be... boOmstik is out of food. I want to say it won't be enough long term, but boOmstik's economy is really not looking too great.
No.
And it's easier to get gold and wood on this map, so... maybe Mongols not too bad, right? Mangudai cost that, ships cost that. Don't really need Hussar here as long as the demos can still blow up the Hussars!
Oh my god, oh my god!
Wait.
Oh, okay, that was just disgusting. Oh, he put a bunch in the castle, which helped save them, which is nice. But there's even more demo ships. But they're dying to the castle.
Found heavy demos, and I think boOmstik needs his own demos to defend that, because demos versus demos is always an even trade of sorts, even when you have the worst ones.
I don't mind the positioning of the forward castles for our Magyar, which means that the center is kind of safe against demo ships if he just stays back and gets his economy up, which he's doing.
Nili has the one fire in his back. And some fishing ships now coming out for boOmstik, but they're idle. And if we have Black Forest players in the chat, I see Matze, aka Black Forest, in the chat. I will probably some sad faces here at the distance of this fishing ship.
Oh, there's a lot of demo ships heading on the left side of the middle of the map. Where are they going? They're going in between the castles. They're going for the villagers. Wow, fantastic hold there by our Magyar. And now the Mangudai are getting cut down by the castles. What a turn of events. He's only got 9 army supply, but he's safe for now. The Rams are not going to do...
took out quite some villagers there on the gold. I think that still look good for the demos, but the Mangudai, losing the Mangudai to the castles in the process, not the hottest thing for the German
Yeah, our Magyar needs to get
Mongols.
more food so he can get more Magyar Hussars, because with their +8, +9 attack against siege, there's not much that the Mongol can throw, and he can't really throw rams at them.
Oh, no, rams are not a thing in this war.
Oh, he just lost 3 cannon galleons to Hussars. There's a fishing ship randomly in the middle of the map getting some snapper.
And Nili now also with the fleet in the back of boOmstik's base, and population is starting to look really bad for the US-American. 63 pop against 170. I don't know how Nili got that much pop on the field, but he managed to make a lot of villagers. And actually 60 on wood and 40 on gold. Has the economy that he wants as Mongols. Very well played on this odd map to get to such a beautiful eco setup.
Yeah, I think once these castles start falling to the Trebs, the cannon galleons are doing a good job getting the Trebs. They just need one more volley and they'll get the last Treb. They're running away from the Hussars in the demos, though.
Venegor making a really good point in chat. Nomad, a technology we don't usually talk much about, allows the Mongols to lose, aka delete the houses and retain their pop space, giving them a lot more room to work with on this map than it is for the Magyars, where we see houses kind of cluttering everything up a little bit.
That is very true. Oh, look at the... oh, no, I was going to say look at the center of boOmstik's base. It looks like he's hiding a few cannon galleons, but never mind. Wow, what a bonkers map. What an absolute crazy map. By the way, in the corners, we've got neutral docks, so the players, I guess, could have traded if they wanted.
They are not shown, though. Like, you actually have to send a ship there to see them, but I think there's a lot of times there are.
Oh, interesting.
But I said that on my last cast as well, and I played a training game on a similar map against Kamrat, and he went for trade, and I didn't. So I didn't check. So it's really easy to miss. Nili with a perfect, I mean, big economy advantage, 17k to 6k over there.
Yeah, that was just a steamroll. It looked a little bit more even. I had a lot of high hopes for our Magyar when he had snuck in the cannon galleons to the back of Nili's base, but they didn't do much. They just destroyed 1 or 2 structures, and wow, that was a fun hyper random map. I don't think there's barely any dry land on this map, and it's all forest.
Judging by the draft, we're going to see Bohemians versus Tatars next, right?
Let me go.
Because they are their first place here. But let's see. This mind pick. They're kind of going in order.
Oh, really? It's very
no mind game. Yeah.
Very organized.
The Mongols versus the Magyars.
Oh, it looks like they chose Chinese Turks and then canceled that. And now, according to my dashboard, it's still undecided. But you're saying it's Bohemians?
They accidentally did random civ. Who did?
Let's see.
Me? Then...
I'm just loading the spectator dashboard on my end because now I see them as hidden.
Yeah, boOmstik forgot to pick Civ. So I'm gonna tell Nili that if he wants to, since he saw boOmstik Civs,
Yeah, I still see them as hidden.
yeah, I messaged them about the because when one player randoms and then he knows the opponent's Civs, right?
Okay, no, so I see them now.
The usual solution is that the other one pick the Civ for them.
This is going to be a fun matchup. I say that about all of them, but this one looks fun too. Let's see Cav Archers.
The Tatars Turks. Oh, that's surprisingly even, I think.
Yeah, let's see Cav archers with extra armor versus Cav archers with extra HP.
Yeah?
Hi,
Who would I
Alejandro.
favor there? I don't know. I think this very even. It depends a bit on if there's a lot of water, then Turks are better. I will use the 1 minute 15 to get myself another drink and leave you off both streams for 1 minute. That's it.
I'll say hello to everyone watching, reminding that we are watching the Fastest Chaos Deathmatch Tournament. As you saw in the last map, if you were lucky enough to join us and see it, man, can these hyper random maps be hyper random? But Otter has a good better mentality about this than I do, because when I see the civs, I just immediately assume it's going to be a land map, whereas we saw the game previously that very much that may not be the case. And so right now, let's reserve judgment, but let's see what the map actually looks like. I'm always excited to see Tatars. I love 19 ranged Trebs. I think they're just absolutely crazy, especially when you mix in some of those other Tatar units on the high ground. We'll see if there even is high ground on this map. Probably should be, unless it's an arena style map. But let's see what we're working with. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I'm back in time.
Nice. Okay, so we do have.
Let's go live. Let's go live. Oh boy, we do have water.
Yeah, this looks like a bit more of a standard map. Not as crazy as the map right before. Everyone just starting with a Hussar.
Yep.
And one avenue of attack
and
between them.
Only one crossing in the middle. Oh boy, we might be in for a longer one, but I like Turks a lot because of the cannon gains. Also having extra range, right? It is kind of the battle of the extra range siege units as well, right? We've got more range bombard cannons and cannon gains against the Tatar traps you already mentioned.
I think Nili has no option here. He's got to go full on aggression. Look at where his gold and stone is located. Look how far away in the forward position those piles are. And he's got one gold pile close to base. That is just a terrible, terrible location for that gold.
Has one in the back behind the forest and probably doesn't want to use his re here for the gold positions because Turks happy that they get a water map, I think. So if he Vs or if the map gets reads, he gets a different map, right?
Ah, right, yeah. You can see he's happy with the water map. He's already got his 5 docks. Our Tatar just starting.
Tatar making some docks on the left there. Nobody really going for docks in the middle. Okay, Nili is now, as his rush is looking superior in this game. Both kind of very equal rushes, right? Camels fully upgrade for both. No extra bonuses for camel fights.
I put the camels on my screen side by side, the blue and the red, to compare. They are the exact same statistics, so it really does come down to positioning and quantity. Tatars needs to get that high ground.
They do not too many hills in the center, however. Around that crossing, Nili far ahead on the ship numbers. Once again, not starting out with demo, which I wouldn't advise. But yeah, starting out on the fleet earlier is great as well. And Tatars once again, boOmstik with a civ without heavy demo.
Yeah, and his docks have been stopped. He's only got 2 of them up. He's not rebuilding anywhere else. No monkeys on this map, which is a little disappointing.
Yeah, but there's a too much by boOmstik. I want to say maybe there's flying dogs, but I didn't want to actually look for flying dogs, but I wanted to look at the rush, so I went on there. What do you think of these keeps here? Turks making a lot of keeps, luckily not bombard towers, or boOmstik would get a score
disqualified. Oh, we've got more docks in the forward position now for our Turk. Yeah, I don't mind the keeps because, again, Camel's not the greatest armor here. Cav archers are going to have a great time against those keeps with 7 pierce armor.
Do you know if Turks get heated shot?
Let me check my notes. 1 sec.
Otherwise, they do. I just looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up? Okay.
And yeah, that's why I want to kind of see those towers further closer to the water. heated shot towers are fantastic against ships.
Yeah. He's mixing in some of those bombards with the extra range, which is amazing.
And killing more dogs there by Nili in the south. Cannon Gaians, some demos were there, and Gaians. So Nili kind of with a lot of map control right now.
This is what I thought he would have to do. He's taking the center. He's got 2 town centers pumping out villagers, getting that gold. Although if you take a look at the gold piles, 733 per pile. The ones in the back are, the one that he's got are 1,000. And off to the side, it's 1,200. So I don't even know that necessarily he needs to take that center gold at the moment, but doesn't really matter. He's putting on aggression, exactly the same army supply for both at about 100. Our Tatar is being very hesitant. Do you think he's hesitating a little bit because he's down 2-0 in the series?
I don't know. I think he's hesitant to go close to the water because he's kind of lost the water access early on. And Nili is slow pushing there with towers. What I find interesting is that the Turks aren't going for any range units besides ships, right? No Cavarchas, no Janissaries. Cavarchas, I can understand you investing into ships. Cavarchas cost the same res, so you probably don't want to use them. But I think maybe some Janissaries behind the camels wouldn't be too bad. I mean, they're not great against CA, but additional DPS, they're good with that.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with Cav Archers with 7 Pierce Armor. A unit that attacks on a 20 plus is going to be fantastic. But he's got the camels to deal with them. By the way, Nili's fleet to the south has been destroyed. There was a big fleet there pushing in, and Blue took care of it.
Cannon Gains apparently also not too bad against Cav Archers. Took out quite some there at the front. And now Demos versus Fastfire in the south.
Yeah, the HP on these Cav Archers needs to get better. It's down about 1,000 HP. But Blue has secured the water. To the back of his base, he's got 5 docks. To the north of his base, he's got 4 docks. The problem is the Turk has landed on his piece of land. So he's now sending Hussars. He's got 11,000 food, so he can send Hussars to try to snipe the bombard cannons. But
he's playing Turks as if he wasn't allowed to make bombard towers, right?
Yeah,
I think it's a really good play. Don't get me wrong. He's making the keeps. He has the bombard cannons behind that. You kind of mix the two together, and you get bombard towers that are legal.
Exactly. And he's making it very hard for Blue. Why is Blue not building a single trebuchet? I don't understand.
Yeah, Trebs, siege trams, just a lack of siege. Probably too afraid of the cannon gains, but he also has good range on his siege.
Yeah, the Trebs, like I said, 19 range is the longest range in the game for those. I'm surprised he's adding in a few Keshiks. Okay, I mean, that'll help with his gold count.
Yeah, kind of needs that he's more concentrated on water. Tries to make it work with... Okay, he has good numbers of cannon gates, and he's mainly focusing to trying to take down the water, and the whole forward can be cleared from water, so... I guess that's his siege, but it keeps getting demoed in the south.
Yeah, but this is a lot of cannon galleons here to the back. He's already going up to 8 from fire ships to tank against the demos. He's building 2 docks on the... No, never mind, he canceled them. But Nili is just establishing a foothold here. This is incredible. This is going to be very hard. Even if he brings the cannon galleons, they need time to get these towers down, which will give Nili time. Look at Nili's resources. So much food, so much gold. Our Tatar is broke.
It's such a good play by Nili. I love that tower bombard cannon push.
He's going to lose 3 bombards, 4 bombards to the right side there. Our Tatar is pushing out. Ooh, demo ships moving forward.
Lots of cannon gains now by boOmstik trying to indeed clear this from the sea, but the demos, and there's no mage here, there's no galleons. I think you always need like 10-15 galleons with the cannon gains to snipe the demos.
Yeah, Nili's gonna have to keep up the demos. Swamped. And now those Hussars are raiding. Yeah, Blue is collapsing here to the center of his base. Why is his army on patrol move in the north? His navy. Do something. Use it.
Where's his Cav Archers? In the castle. He's finally trying to heal them up, but it is too late. And Nili going in as a favorite and going in very strong here in his first match. Takes the 3-0 victory against boOmstik, who normally isn't a shabby player at all. So very well played there by the German streamer legend.
That is a fantastic play. Sad to see the video that Nili put out, but happy to at least see that he's no worse for the wear when it comes to this tournament with 21 forward keeps and 12 bombard cannons in production. He is just steamrolling. What a fun
If he's streaming less, he has more time to grind DM, right?
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Which everyone should do, by the way.
And Nili always liked DM, like historically as well, right? He played a lot of DM. He's really good in deathmatch, and if he has time to do more fun things from his perspective, I could see him.
Oh yeah,
having more fun with DM, and he's doing really well here, right?
Well, he's having a lot of fun with this. The center position here was fantastic.
Keller saying boOmstik can't even be mad about Nili's keep push. I have to give you some context for that, because boOmstik, in back when we still had the ladder and matchmaking, always picked Golden Pit, Japanese, and made 30-50 Yasama towers in the middle around the gold, and played traps in that. So kind of what Nili did in this game, right? It's originally a boom thing.
So boOmstik got boomsticked, is what happened.
Yeah, a kind of GG boOmstik. Well tried.
Oh, nice. So we have one more set.
Do have kamrat versus FreakinChris in 7 minutes. Kind of nearly good timing there.
Yeah, that actually worked out quite well. Let me see if I can find him on the spectator dashboard, which stopped working for me. Otter, do you find that the spectator dashboard website is very on and off, kind of hit and miss? Sometimes it's down, sometimes it's I don't know if it's a hosting issue or something, but it has a lot of errors on my end.
That is over, no? I mean, nearly 1-3-0.
No, I just mean the general website. Like now the website itself isn't even working for me.
Refreshing it doesn't work sometimes for me as well. It's probably back in the next 5 minutes, but yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
And well, boOmstik is saying the map trends were brutal. I think in game 2 and game 3 they were, and arguably had the better system as well. Game 1 was a far map, right? So I think you just needed bombard cannons there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that we didn't see those trebs out of our Tatar.
Yeah, that is where could have, if you had like a good amount, like what boOmstik used to do with Japanese traps, like in the days that I just mentioned, is stuff where you have a lot of towers and then 10 to 15 traps in between them, like kind of like a bit what Nili did game 1. That could have helped, but it's also very susceptible to be killed from cannon galleons, so I can understand why you didn't try that. I don't think anybody expected the Turk tower bombard cannon push here.
No. Okay, let's see. Come on, spectator dashboard.
I mean, we still have 5 months to the next set, right? Kamrat is for sure going to send me drafting code anyways. He's a good friend of mine. We'll comment there.
I'm on the tournament website looking over. Actually, no, I shouldn't, right? Never mind. I'm going to close it. I don't want to spoil anything. Does the dashboard...
yeah, true. You want to cast this?
Yeah, I'm going to cast a bunch of those games. Good thing I didn't look too carefully.
I wanted to go over the group, but I won't do that because you're going to cast Rex.
Yeah, exactly.
The group is the same group I just played in, so...
Oh, is it?
The result is probably there, so let's better not look.
Yeah,
but we know we're going to have... Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, anyone joining after the fact, anyone watching this after, feel free to fast forward this part where you're staring at a blank white screen that says spectator dashboard on it. But sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to start talking a bit about the next set, right? To play the next 3-4 minutes a bit. I'm still showing that draft of the last set. Yeah, next set we have coming up is very interesting, I think, because it's 2 players that didn't play in Deathmatch World Cup 5, but both have had very good results in the time around Deathmatch World Cup 4. FreakinChris going really far in DM World Cup 4. I can probably bring that up and send you the link as well. And yeah, FreakinChris, I think, upset the code there, being top 2 at the time. Not playing anymore, sadly, but the code was always D1 Challenger of the Viper, right? In every grand final. And it was actually Drew who beat the code, so I forgot it. FreakinChris beat Drew, who was the other big bane of Viper in DM in those times. So got a really good result there, also taking 2 games of Frost there, and then going on to lose against the code after beating boOmstik as well. So FreakinChris there with a really strong performance, was on the way, also won the tournament before Deathmatch World Cup for one of the tournaments before that, and was on the way to become a potential contender for top 1 DMer. And at the same time, kamrat almost qualifying here at the age of, back then, I think, 14.
Oh, damn.
He's 17 right now, and really, really good as well. He always has been the youngest, craziest prodigy age-wise in DM. Very excited to see what he can bring to the table as well.
And this, I see this was played 2 years ago in 2021.
I guess he was 15 then.
Oh, no, I
he was 14 when he started playing DM.
And wow. Okay, so there, when I was inviting players who, the Viper, for example, I went on his back a million years ago, a week ago, when he was streaming on Facebook, and I asked him if he'd be interested in a deathmatch tournament, and somebody wrote, some, I guess, fanboy or something wrote, "Oh, what are you asking him? Don't you know he was the winner of this? I guess this is what they were talking about. I'm new to the scene, this whole, not only just tournaments, but even deathmatch. So I'm not familiar with a lot of these tournaments that happened in the past. But yeah, I guess this is what they were referring to when they were mocking me when I asked them.
Viper won Deathmatch World Cup 2, 3, and 4. Each time in a grand final against the code.
Wow.
After DM World Cup 3, there was a show match between Drew, who's also playing in our tournament, and the Viper, where Drew won. And he was called the Viper Slayer then for a year. He never got to play Viper in a tournament, though, in a Deathmatch World Cup. Drew never did in a World Cup set itself. Because he always lost to Code before he could meet Viper.
Does the Code still play?
The Code is not playing at the moment. He might return, though, for the next tournament.
Otter, have you ever come up against the Viper in a tournament?
No. I played him once on the ladder. In a Goth War, when I wasn't that great.
In a what war?
Goth War, so both were Goths.
Ah, okay, Goth War, okay. Man, that spectator dashboard is still not working for me.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get coded draft in. Let me try if I can get it. Just to see if it's on your end or...
Yeah.
Yeah, still blank also for me, I think.
Oh, I see them live on the draft website. Let's see.
Oh, are they? Ah, yeah, I also got a link.
Oh, nice.
From both. I guess we're gonna have enough codes.
Waiting for host to get ready.
There we go. Chris vs. kamrat. I need to change the scoreboard. I had so much time to change the scoreboard. I still didn't do it.
Oh no, they're banning the Britons.
But that's the random bans, right? Banning Britons.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay. I didn't realize that min was random. I bet it makes sense. See, I'm still learning about all this stuff. For everyone who's
Yeah, the bottom
watching and listening to me.
randomized, right? All these bands here, they band down to the numbers that everybody gets enough civs and bands so that 4 civs are left being unpicked. We did that because we wanted a bit more variety of the drafts. And we left 4 open as in a position to like the Master Arena system, for example, because we thought there's 4 really, really bad civs in DM. And we didn't want anyone to force to pick those. They've been played though, the 4 that we were thinking of. I think they've all been played by now.
Did they do well?
Yeah, Malay won.
Really? Okay, so we've got a
I don't think the
Magyar.
others did well. Aztecs lost. They played once. Italians won twice. Both times it was Zagreb. And what is the 4th one? Romans. Yeah, Romans. I don't think Romans have been played at all. Actually, Romans.
Interesting. This time they started off banning the Saracens instead of picking them and sniping them.
Chris banned them, right? First pick is for the lower seed always, so for kamrat. So he doesn't want to have to use a snipe on the Saracens picked by kamrat. So I think that's smart by Chris.
Yeah. Let's see what he picks as his first. Okay.
Regnirak remembers his first game against me. It was a Hans fight. He won. I don't remember it, but I did win. And he also adds, if we do that now, I would clearly lose that game. I would hope so, yeah. Bohemians, what's that for a first pick? Is there nothing good left? There's Slavs in the mix. And Persians. Not too many great civs remain. Yeah, Koreans. Bohemians an odd first pick.
Franks are still left.
Japanese.
Japanese are a good pick.
Yeah. Franks haven't been successful at all, I think.
No?
Oh no, Frost won with them, right? Frost won against Dark. You casted it, I think.
Yeah.
So they won one.
Franks against Celts. Yeah, that was... I had higher hopes for the Celts. I thought he would be able to... Well, there's your Slavs. Oh, kamrat picked that Korean pretty fast.
Chinese that early, though. Yeah, there's not too much... I would have picked Persians before China, I think. Yeah. Bulgarians, maybe as well. And I was the one talking kamrat out of picking Bulgarians. And now I'm talking it back into it with the first... Because kamrat is my clan mate and training partner, right?
So you're a little biased in this cast.
I am, but it's also the underdog, right? So nobody would have noticed if I would have said it.
Nah. Well, somebody picked the Persians. There we go.
Yeah, I like Chris cast drafts way more here, I think. Portuguese is good. It's decent.
I always have high hopes for the Chinese, but never...
Yeah, Chinese, I think, are a civ where you have to use your re-well. Because if it's a land map without water and not a super close spawn, then they are not good. Mm-hmm. And if it's water, they're great. So Chinese, probably, if you draft Chinese, always the spot in the series where you want to use your re if you don't like the map. Keller thinks Koreans and Bohemians are the best 2 civs. Okay.
In the
Keller
game?
likes kamrat's draft.
In the game or in this matchup?
Out of the ones available, I would guess. Because I don't think anybody would say Bohemians are the best civ in the whole game.
I mean, the Burgundians are still left.
Yeah, better than Lithuanians and Mayans. No. I think I would have picked them earlier there first, Chris.
I always have a big question mark with Lithuanians. It just adds another dynamic of having to gather relics, and on a hyper random map where there may not even be any relics. I don't know. It seems a little lackluster. It's like a 50-50 roll of the dice for flipping a coin with the Lithuanians, in my opinion.
I think they don't have too many good matchups. They don't have anything really special besides those relics. I think the matchup you saw, right, when I played the qualifier, Hans against Lithuanians, I think that's one of the better ones they have even.
Yeah, and he didn't even make Lechai in that time.
I had a lot of CA. Paladins are better against ranged units, so I actually think parents are better there than LHI. Since I was mainly on CA.
So nobody
Japanese
wants
and
the tower.
Koreans getting sniped. Yeah, that's also what I wanted to say.
Okay,
Chinese
my
have good
dashboard
keeps
is
too.
finally back up. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I'm going to look up the players.
Hope you're enjoying the cast so far, everybody. Who do you think has the better draft here?
Chris.
And Regni, can I maybe interest you in doing the predictions? Because during co-cast, I always can't do them. Somebody lost a lot of points on boOmstik earlier.
Sorry, you want me to make the prediction, or you're asking somebody in your chat?
Oh, I was asking my mods to do the chat bets in my thing. But yeah, we could also talk about what we expect of the set.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I try to avoid making predictions, but happy to try. I mean, I'm gonna probably fail miserably and embarrass myself, but that's never been a problem for me. But I'm more happy to let the more deathmatch experts make the predictions.
Yes, 2 minutes spec delay, please, Chris. So they haven't started yet. I mean, guys in chat, yeah. We want to see prediction from you guys. I'm going for 3-2 Kamrat.
3-2 kamrat, you're saying?
Yeah. I'm kind of obliged because I'm his clanmate to make him win, but I also believe in him.
Well, there you go, kamrat. If you're watching this after the fact, you've got a fan who thinks you are going to crush it.
And Keller also a fan of Kamrat's draft.
Okay, interesting. I don't know these two players, so I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm just gonna say I hope it's 3-2 somebody so that we get to see 5 games.
Agreed. And Keller's gonna say, even though he likes Kamrat's draft, he's gonna say 3-0 to Chris.
3-0, okay. Okay, so it looks like they're.
I mean, Chris is really good. He has been like really top, probably on the way to top 5, and before I stopped playing for 2 years.
Mm.
And Zayu likes Chris draft better, and I think I also. I'm not
I
sure.
mean, I agree. I agree with that.
Weird.
I like the civs better for Chris, with the exception of the Vikings. I always like to see Vikings in deathmatch. I don't know that they're necessarily the strongest, but it's just such a fun civilization to see. So I always fanboy for the Vikings. Looks like they're lining up for game number 1. I can't really click into it just yet.
Have the code as well. Good. Send you.
Oh, okay. That'd be.
Yeah, I'm always too lazy to use deck dashboard if I get the code sent. I mean, knowing a lot of these players.
Ooh. That is going to be an interesting matchup.
It doesn't have it leaving the game in time to actually join on the deck. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's terrible for Chinese on land. Amazing for Chinese on what?
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this plays out. I want to see the map. We've been getting a lot of water maps today.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't stop. I mean, I hope it doesn't stop. I'm sorry if I'm biased. I openly be biased.
We're unbiased, I promise.
You have to root for Chris. You have to root for Chris.
Okay, you root for kamrat, I'll root for Chris.
Deal.
So let's see trample damage infantry. Let's see siege units. And let's see the Boyar shredding through everything.
Kamrat gets good matchups like Inca with Persians, yeah. Possibility. Keller believing a lot in Chris. And yep, very likely that we're going to see some Boyars. And even more likely we're going to see a lot of ESO here. And Chinese, no bombard cannons, no siege onagers. No good cavalry. That's like regular cavalier, but that isn't great in DM. Lack options against siege archers. On the water though, Chinese superb navy, great start for water map, and Slavs not much to offer in terms of shippies there. No bracer, no shipwright, I think, and no heavy demo. Not sure about shipwright. Heyo, Lima and freaking Andy is in the chat. The Deathmatch World Cup 5 champion. Obviously thinking that his brother will brutalize.
I was gonna say, who does freaking Andy think is gonna win this?
I think he's obliged to say that his brother will win it.
Exactly.
And he probably also believes it. "4-0 for Chris," says Andy. Panglima says go kamrat, so both sides represented. Is it starting for you? I'm stuck at 0.
I'm stuck at 0 also.
I'm gonna re-enter the code, I think. Probably joined before the spec. It's actually spec delay. Awful matchup for Chinese. Now there's demos, yeah. Kamrat fans will pray for water. Chris fans will pray for land. And we are gonna pray for a great set.
I re-entered the code and it went back to 0-0. Okay, now we're starting. On your end?
I'm loading in. Yeah, the same. Can just go live. Beautiful stuff. Welcome to FreakinChris first tournament matchup and also of Kamrat QP. Valhalla clan against freaking brother. 3 castles at the setup and some barracks siege workshops for the Slavs here for game 1. Chinese probably want to get quick onto that middle water to make their more amazing demos count. Cast of Empires here with me.
A quick question for you, Otter. Did you notice there was a blue fishing ship in the middle of the map that got deleted? Right at the start of the game?
Yeah, sometimes you start with a ship on these maps. And
okay.
Yeah, so if it's a fishing ship, it's really useless. It blocks pop space, so deleting it is probably the right option.
I am
you
excited.
Them out, I guess. They also don't hurt much.
I am always excited because you've got an underdog player, Kamrat, playing an underdog civilization, the Chinese, that have currently the lowest win rate across all of Age of Empires. It used to be the Vietnamese, then they got their eco bonuses buffed a little bit. Now it's the Chinese with the lowest win rate. So you've got 2 stacked underdogs. Let's see how it actually matches up. For now, he's leading his... He's using 2 camels to get a whole bunch of halberdiers running around to the back of the base.
Kamrat massively housed, apparently not really sending villagers to houses. Completely pop capped at 30. Ouch. Oh boy.
Ouch.
There's easier time with that. Obviously, military guilding is giving 5 population space. So can go without houses at the start, which makes their start kind of good, even though they don't have treadmill crane. And that's a lot of army out for Chris already, but no movement towards the water. And Kamrat should really go for those stocks. Go for those demos that will control all the mid-map, probably, as there is a big river dividing the 2. Second crossing at the south, though, and at the north is kind of... Okay, there's like anti-crossings, and everything else is crossable.
Yeah. There's a lot of crossings. The demos are going to have to spread out significantly. There's only one area in the center that can't be used by land units, which is interesting.
Both kind of with a safe water to maybe make a fish trap economy as well in the back of their bases. See if players go for that.
Yeah, it's interesting that, like you were pointing out, because of the Slavs, they get 5 population space for their military buildings. You would expect a bit more of a huge push initially, but for now he's just kind of gathering up to 90 halberdiers. But he's going to go up against Scorpions, Onagers, Champions. Cavaliers, probably a huge mistake, but, you know, whatever. I don't know, 121 Champions in the production tab should be able to wreck these halberdiers, even with the Druzhina upgrade, with their half-tile trample damage. I don't think there's enough damage output.
Yeah. the Slav army comp usually mainly about siege onagers, so a lot of helps to protect them from Cav trying to go around. It's also why Kamrat is, I think, making them to stop the siege. Really nice move by Chris going over the south, where Kamrat starts the castle. He has Magyars there, and Village isn't walled in. Big fight now starting in the middle, though.
Yeah, the Boyars are trying to do a little bit of a wrap around to the back. He's gathering more army, but like you said, our Slav is going to have to be a little bit careful in the center here. The onagers are going to have to put in the work to try to get rid of these Chinese ships.
10 docks for Kamrat, that is a decent number. However, if you're playing full water, usually no shipwright for Chinese here. You want 12 to 15 docks and 10 for shipwright civs. Chinese don't have, but they have to start on it. And demos and ships should prevent the siege just from crossing at the middle spot. The problem is for Kamrat that Chris is crossing with quite some units at the south, and if he can establish something there, also going for his own docks.
Why are we not seeing Chukanus? There's so many units that can get sniped here by the Chukanus. Oh, he's losing so many demos in the middle. Kamrat is kind of gathering his army.
Chukanus have one really big counter, right? That siege just only 5 range on them.
Oh, sorry, I should have qualified. I meant Chukanus to the south against the Halberdiers and the Boyars.
Kamrat did lose a castle there to Halberdiers indeed, Mr. Andy. Thanks for changing the title, Rigny.
Here come the camels. Okay, the camels should be able to get a few of these siege onagers. There's going to be friendly fire, and now there's champions instead of Halberdiers. So the camels, with their quicker movement, should be able to get a few of these onagers. Chris is down to his 13. He had 26 a minute ago. Now he's down to 12. He's getting a lot more of his own kills.
Champions also getting into them. As like Chris' army all looped around the south, so his onagers in the middle don't have enough protection. And the units just really running into castles. Oh, never mind. Got a lot of damage done at the back of Kamrat's base.
Yeah, he's got Halberdiers to the back. He's got Boyars to the center. He's also in the north with Boyars and Halberd and champions, stopping the expansion to the north. Both players, though, pretty
really
equal
nice
villager
moves.
count.
Yeah, I like that. Chris is trying to cross the water on multiple angles. Notice I can't get through to the demos in the south. I will have to find another route. And what I don't like too much by Chris that it doesn't have structures on the other side yet. I think when you can cross, you always want to send villagers there to, like, you've reached the demo trap once. Then you want to make your production on the other side so you don't have to cross it.
Oh, special hello to Mikey D in my chat. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. We're watching the fastest Chaos Deathmatch tournament. Blue has secured his base. He's done a good job.
Oh, yes. Boyars had a really good engagement there against the champions. But yeah, Kamrat somehow slowly starting to clean up the raids. Some units stay there. He is behind in economy though. 74 to 106. And also some water presence by the Slavs now. Yeah, a little bit of luck last all. I can't talk. You take over.
Yeah, they're adding in basic demo ships, which are not going to be great. I absolutely love, though, that Chris cannot cross the center water. He's got to get rid of these docks first, which is giving our Chinese an opportunity to clean up all of the aggression in the back. In the south, there's another small force of Boyars and Halberdiers. So Chris kind of stopped a little bit, put the brakes on, which is giving our Chinese player an opportunity to get back into the game. Army counts are not high for either players.
He needs to cross the docks, I agree, like before he can safely pass through the middle. That is, I think, the right order. Problem a bit though, I mean, Slavs, Chinese should have the better start, but have more trouble if they have to fight on land, especially in the later game. So I think it's looking good for the Slavs, just because they are actually on the offense, and Chinese kind of have to keep them in.
But they've dipped their toe into the disgusting gray-green water, and now the Chukanus are getting... oh, the Chukanus just got wrecked. The Chukanus just died to 2 onager volleys, but again, the Slav is on the water, which means he was losing all of his siege onagers, and now the demo ship is going to get...
castle on the other side!
Ah.
It doesn't come.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic Kamrat. kills all the castle builders, and then also kills the castle with a siege village.
Wow, he cleans up the center.
That was a big moment for the Swedish player.
Yeah, he's secure. He's got a few boyars to the north that are going to kill a bunch of villagers getting stone, but doesn't really need stone at the moment. He's got 2,000 of it, but his main base is secure. His army count is identical, 27 to 29. He's in a good position. Our Chinese player just needs to get his eco up and running.
Yeah, he needs to add that TC, for example, on his main goal, where villagers are kind of mining without it. Farm development now coming a bit for him. I kind of like to see docks in the back there as well, but that means you have to like group for hotkey or front docks, so it's a bit annoying to do. And trying to push in the middle now. Siege launchers, if they get too close to the water, could be demoed.
Yeah, they're moving forward. Blue is not noticing.
Right?
Oh, that's sour to lose the trebs. He's going to lose his onagers now. Oh, what a but Chris loses his.
Oh, one traps, yeah. But repairs coming in.
Yeah, our Chinese player needs to do a better job protecting his flanks. There's way too many of these boyars, just 2 or 3 of them destroying anything and everything. He's also not paying attention. His Chukanus are getting into the castle.
Thanks for the raid coming. Currently watching Chris against Kamrat. You're coming in time for game number 1. For a Slavic demo shot this time.
Yeah. Oh, our Chinese siege is unprotected entirely. What the hell is going on in the center? There's just a bunch of onagers. And now there's rams and onagers in the center. Not a single defensive unit, castle, anything here. But does he care? He's got his cannon galleons out. Chris has to use 12 villagers out of 150 to try to repair that castle. But we're gonna get to see a big booms.
Is doing a really good job of making it action all over, though, constantly raiding the north, constantly raiding in the south, constantly raiding the back of the base, meaning that Kamrat can never really fully focus on the front to make a push happen over the water there, adding 2 more castles even. Slavs, amazing technology, right? I forgot the name, but it makes castles so much cheaper.
Yeah, detonates. It saves them, I think, 260 stone.
Replace them with wood costs, so they can kind of be a bit hard to place at the early game because they need a lot of wood.
Yeah.
Later on, amazing tech.
So our Chinese player, half the villager count. He is ahead in army count. But now there's, like you said, there's a Slavic castle to the north, 2 Slavic castles to the south. Chris is doing a fantastic job being everywhere with a civilization that's not the most mobile. I mean, the boyars don't move super fast. Halberdiers, siege onagers, these are not very mobile units, but he's using them as if they're Cumans, which is fantastic.
Yeah, fully agree. Yeah, he's doing a great job with that. Yeah. Slavs are not supposed to be everywhere on the map.
No. But they're running into Chukanus and Halberdiers now. The Chukanus with the multiple arrows should be able to clean up these boyars pretty good. Kamrat, if he had a few minutes of silence and quiet, could rebuild. But I just don't see Chris giving him a moment. What do you think Chris is going to ease up on the attacks?
I wanted to say exactly the same.
Yeah, he's 68 villagers is not terrible for the Chinese. Their units are not super duper expensive, especially when he's mass producing halberdiers and taking out boyars. But look at the army count. 55 to 16. What an interesting first game.
But like Chris is getting like kind of 5 castles up, or trying to get 5 castles up, maybe even more than 5 on Kamrat's island. And if the Slavs can transform it into a full land game on Kamrat's land, which I think what Chris is achieving right now, then on land Chinese simply don't have a chance against this. So as long as Chris is on Kamrat's island and has gold, there's not much for Kamrat to do.
What about his? I mean, I say this, but he's completely out of resources. What about switching, adding in a few bombard cannons?
For Chinese don't get them. Boy, nobody here gets.
Oh no, sorry. What am I talking about? No, yeah, you're right. My bad.
I wouldn't mind if they suddenly do, but that's a big problem for them with SO.
Oh, we're not playing all text?
I don't think I've ever played. I've played 2 or 3 games of all text. It wasn't a thing in my childhood.
Well, I mean, at the end of the game, I really want to count how many Slavic castles we're seeing here, because there's Trebs to the north, there's castles with siege onagers to the south, to the center. To the south, he's building 3 castles at a time.
Including once being... Right now he's at 20, now he's at 19 because he lost one.
Oh my goodness.
I just zoomed out completely and double-clicked the castle.
Both players completely broke.
But FreakinChris at population cap, kamrat only 124 the field. Never really got to stabilize over 100 villagers there for the
No, but
player.
2 Trebs all of a sudden are very exposed. The kamrat does get the one in the center. But the problem is, the second our Chinese pivots south to deal with the Trebs in the south, there's a bunch of boyars and halberdiers that are showing up in the north.
Yeah, big army now coming there. 4 trebuchets, 5 trebuchets from the water as well, and that is the farm eco that kamrat still had. 3 castles originally around that. Only 1 castle will remain after this one falls, and that brings kamrat down to a count of 14 farms there in the south, and they're being under attack too.
And kamrat expanded to the back, but there's a bunch of boyars. Oh, but they're not looking. They're not looking for villagers there in the back. He could have easily gotten, what is it, 16 villagers. I mean, army count 40 is not terrible. 21 Chukanus can hold their own against champions and halberdiers. There's still castles up for our Chinese. He's not dead yet. He certainly looks like he's going to die, but he's not dead yet.
He's pretty dead. At least by now I agree with Andy that kamrat is being optimistic in this game, or warming up. I mean, you can always use game 1, play it a little bit longer, warm up your fingers for game 2, get the feel for the game. After you've kind of accepted that you lost, play on a little bit more to get the feel for it. Start fresh in game 2. A lot of people do that.
I'm not so pessimistic here. I think kamrat has a chance. I mean, look at the production tab for our Slav. He's building champions and 1 halberdier. He's got 9 Trebs. That's the big problem. Is that our Chinese has no answer to these Trebs. Okay, I'm pessimistic now.
What, Andy? I just agreed with you. I don't know what you're surprised I'm agreeing with you.
Oh wow, those villagers in the back. I thought they would. I thought the addition of 16 villagers in the back there would have helped his economy boom a little bit more, but it looks like his main base is completely out of resources. Unless I'm missing something, I don't see a single patch of gold anywhere in the main base for blue or stone. It's all gone.
Back right, yeah, it was a decently length game. They both used a lot on ships as well.
20 Slavic castles. You thought the Franks had the bonus. Man, that is crazy.
That were the old days, right? Franks got everything taken from them. From the, lost treadmill crane, lost the cheap castle bonus. It was reduced even, right?
Yeah, 15% now in castle. 13 town centers is pretty damn good for our Slav as well. So good play out of Chris.
At least the berry bonus was one they can nerf. Right?
They left
they
it.
Never really cared about that for the.
Oh yeah, no.
Wasn't it also reduced?
The what?
Wasn't the berry bonus also reduced?
It was. Now they just get the mill upgrades for free. Or is that what you're talking about? The berry bonus?
Things. Yeah, I thought if they want to nerf Franks for RM, they can just nerf the berry bonus, because we never cared about that in DM. Okay. Let's take game 1 here over the Chinese. Not enough water on the map, and Chris doing a great job on pushing multiple angles on the land, kind of avoiding the water fight there until kamrat was so weakened that he could cross.
Oh god, what do you make of this Civ matchup?
Nothing yet. But I will make something of it in a second. Mayans Bohemians. Oh boy, either Bohemians die at the start or they should rule.
Yeah, I want to see Eagle Warriors. I want to see about 1 million Eagle Warriors right now out of our Mayan.
That's the best play. Hard to defend for Bohemians. No great cavalry, and champions have a problem catching up, and there's another problem that Mayans don't get them. Yeah, start with really tough for Bohemians.
Yeah. It depends
Bohemians
on the map
get
again.
champions, never mind.
Let's see what kind of map we're working with. But I agree. I think the Mayans, Chris here has an opportunity in the very, very early game. Otherwise, that Bohemian machine is just going to get up and running, and I don't know that the Mayans really have anything that can take on these Bohemian behemoths, these gunpowder.
Kamrat should pray he starts with they start with stone walls.
Yeah, exactly. Something in a fortress style map.
Yep.
Nope.
Not getting lucky with that. Could be a case for the maybe to hope for a map that is less close together, as they spawn very close, which should be amazing for FreakinChris.
Yeah. This is
Should
going
we
to
say
be...
amazing?
Yeah, he's already queuing up all of his Eagle Warriors. We've got Attila the Hun making his way, trying to do what he did in real life. Oh, he screwed up his wall off. He had to run away with a villager.
Best hero for a game mode that saw a lot of Hun wars. Let's look at every game mode saw in Age of Empires 2. And Kamrat is doing great work with his Attila. They are getting the second veil. No, but one will kill. Now the Attila a bit idle though, and 3 eagles ganging up.
Okay, he's going Halberdier champion opening. Champions should be able to slaughter these eagles. I mean, I don't know how much the extra 40 HP is going to help. But the champions with a massive bonus against Eagle, +8 bonus against these guys. We'll see.
Main problem for the champions is they are slower than the eagles, so if the eagles can loop around them and get to the villagers, should be good for FreakinChris. But Kamrat laying out his base nice and defensively. A lot of villagers walled in on the castles, and isn't too easy for Mayans to get to ranged units. Because normally they want to go plume and not archery ranges for ARPs. I think on this map, if ARP addition by FreakinChris would have ended the game here.
I love that our Mayan is taking the center hill. There's a big fat hill right between the two bases, and he's already laid claim to it. But he needs more eagles, especially if he knows his opponent's going up to 115 champions. He's adding in halberdiers. Okay. Why do you think he's adding in halberdiers?
Zero clue. I think it's a misclick.
Okay. Yeah, he's okay, plumes are on their way as well. They come with a nice attack bonus against infantry, so the champions are going to have to be very careful here.
Kamrat again with a little bit of housing issues, as Sayu is pointing out in the chat. Prediction is up, and the castles are as well. Siege workshops, not really though. Only one siege workshop making the notorious siege unit of the Bohemians.
I don't agree that he should be making the Haufnitzes right now. What does he need them for? He needs something to get rid of the land army. Haufnitzes are not going to help against eagles.
If there's champions in front, their splash damage is really nice. Oh boy, but they're not in front.
Exactly, this is the problem. The Mayans on the plumed archers on the high ground are just destroying these champions. Oh, but they're taking on, okay, get away from the Hussite wagon, get away. Oh yeah, they can sell a lot. He's got 5,000 gold still left, but did he wait a little bit too long? Now the Hussite wagons are out. The plumed archers are going to do jack shit against that pierce armor of 10. I think our Mayan may have waited a little bit too long. He's got eagles in the back, but they're going to get destroyed by these champions, or even if they don't, there's going to be like 2 left.
And here comes the Haufnitze trap push by kamrat, nicely done with the wagons in front, so the Plumed Archers can't hit anything damage protection against arrows by those unique units of the Bohemians.
Wow, fantastic positioning out of kamrat in the center here. Absolutely fantastic.
Taking that ridge line. Oh boy, the Haufnitze in range of the castle though. If the castle gets force targeted on them, castle does fall. Eagles trying to catch the Haufnitze. Haufnitze count the most important thing, I think, for Bohemians at all times. Keeping them alive, having a big ball of them, nothing usually can stop them.
They've got a siege.
Rams a nice addition. But there's enough champions.
The Plumed Archers are doing an amazing job so far getting the champions. But like you're saying, the Haufnitzes are just destroying them. But they're closing in. The Haufnitzes are starting to fall. There's only 4 left.
kamrat is out of gold, can't produce champions to protect them anymore. Really needs to use the market to get that out. But is the market up? No, the market was stopped by the eagles. And the market was super necessary here to continue the push.
kamrat's got a bunch of champions on the side of the Mayan base that are not doing anything. Oh, and the Rams are closing in. The Rams are closing in on the Hussite wagons.
Yeah, Rams a fantastic counter to everything Bohemians make. If there are no champions and just no gold for the champions, kamrat really needs to say something now. Does still not have the market up.
Oh my
boy.
God.
He lost the whole push because he couldn't sell anything.
I thought Chris was in trouble. A few minutes ago, it looked like Chris was about to fall apart. And all of a sudden, he's held.
I'm repeating myself too much too often, I know, but I think if that market wasn't stopped by the Eagles, then the push would have been
much stronger, yeah? Oh, he loses another Haufnitze. He loses another. No. The Mayans don't get it. He's got 3. He's building 16 Hussite wagons. But the problem is these Mayan Trebs on the high ground have access to everything, to 2 castles, all the siege workshops. Hi, Vizbot. Hi, Chris. Chris, you missed the Berber game in the beginning. Super fun.
Upside down.
Oh, my goodness. These Hussite wagons are just getting demolished.
kamrat just has a gigantic gold problem, right? It doesn't have enough villagers, and half of them, or most of them, were idle for so long that he didn't get a gold eco, like the first eco you want, and ran out of gold really badly here. But now, stabilizing a bit, maybe even.
Now, what do you make of this Otter? He's got 12 villagers on stone. Should that be a priority for him right now, for our Bohemian?
Well, if he can clear this army and the castles, then he wants to put 2 castles, I think, on that hill.
Yeah, he's back away.
He needs food as well, champs.
Yeah, I think he's got 0 villagers on food, our Bohemian. Not that he really needs it at the moment. Going wood intensive.
He needs it for champions. Champions are really important here.
Yeah. Oh,
Against Rams, against Eagles.
Doubling down on the Hussite wagons. Okay.
That's 19 of them.
Those champions are still
trying to get
on
a
the side.
castle at the right, but there is an eagle. I don't think 1 eagle can stop the castle without champions.
No, there's champions now.
kamrat completely forgot about those, yeah. Oh, kamrat also trying to add a castle, but these eagles will stop it. Right, I think kamrat should get it up. What's the house block? What is this?
Oh my
Chris
God.
house blocked the champions. I don't know if you saw that, but he house blocked
I
the
saw, yeah, on the right. And now Green's villagers are joining in on the fight, but a little bit too late. The Bohemian castle is up. Okay, this is why he was going heavy on the stone, because he wanted to get those flanking castles. Oh, the Plumed Archers, the Plumed Archers. Oh, they're going to get destroyed.
They look way cooler now, right? They added the animation for like the shots in the air.
The gunpowder, yeah.
Hussite wagons so much better.
And hand cannoneers, I love it all. It's so nice to see it. It's so pretty. Got onagers in the center as well. So Chris's attempt to sideswipe on the right has been stopped. He's got a few eagles to the back of the base. Guarding a pile of stone. But kamrat here with the exact same villager count for the first time, and he's double the army count. And it's better army, 36 Hussite wagons. Champions versus loomed archers and eagles. Not a lot.
We might have called it too soon. Maybe Hussite wagons are better than everybody thinks.
Well, especially since they changed them to fire all at once. Yeah, I don't understand why people don't like him. Especially since the latest update when they fire all their bullets at once. They're such a good unit. And he's got 21 of them setting up a nice little trap on the right side of Green's base.
Kamrat is housed again, indeed, Freddy. I think he will get this castle up now. And he is raiding with Hussite wagons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think he's throwing away army. There's an onager and 2 rams. I don't like this raid.
Oh, no. This is what a
Oh, that's
disaster.
terrible.
What a disaster. He lost 14 of them for nothing. He barely
That's
got
his
any
army
kills.
lead.
Ah.
Slow push, man. You have a slow push, Sif. You're not the fastest that gets the raid here.
Okay, they're back in the center. He's got his economy up nice and running. 19 villagers. He still has no villagers on food. He's got 51 on wood.
Yeah, same for the Mayans though, right? 1 on food,
One
35
villager on
food.
food.
Both players completely out of food. That at least means somewhat also no eagles to counter the no food units by the Bohemians.
And without eagles, you're relying on siege rams and loomed archers, which the Bohemians are going to have a very fun time with. Look at the blue villagers in the middle of the map joining in, attacking the onagers. Another castle
falling for kamrat, and that is his original base gone at the right side. Another ram coming in. Hussite wagons not doing any damage there, I think.
What an absolute back and forth seesaw game.
Absolutely right. Start looked great for kamrat, then it looked great for Chris. Then kamrat with the army lead again, and now, well, still the army lead, but his eco has vanished.
Yeah, he's got 11 on food finally. He's adding in village. He's got 151 villagers, and only 11 on food. What the hell is going on? He's getting so much gold in the back. Stone is also available there. The champions
Those
finally...
champions like kamrat finally doing something. Yeah,
okay.
I looked there when Chris was first making the transition to wood, but he was opting for the other wood line. Maybe because he saw them.
Oh, they're going to slaughter these villagers.
And they're actually going to get a lot of kills there. But FreakinChris has 150 villagers as the Mayans, which is way too many for such a cheap civ. So maybe kamrat is even okay.
Their resources last longer, right? The Mayans, or am I thinking of some others? Mesos?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
So you don't really need 150. That being said, I don't know. We'll see. Oh no, kamrat's housed again.
Yes, he loses more castles, down to 1 remaining, and his main army production is even the castle unit. Now Hussite wagons finding a decent raid.
Yeah, he's doing a good job raiding. He's gonna get a Treb just south of there as well. Loomed archers are running around the map, but only clumps of 2. So the Hafnitsa is moving forward. It's gonna maybe try to get these 2 Trebs. They're both very weak. Maybe 1 ball will get them both. Nope, does not. Oh, it's Treb versus Hafnitsa. The Hafnitsa's not paying attention. Going after the villager. Okay, he finally realizes what's happening. He's going to go after that Treb. 1 ball. Oh, now the Hussites can close it off. Okay.
Watching the ram fighting the Hussite wagons to the right as well, but the castle is up for Chris. So probably bought enough time so he can get onto that gold pile. But Hussite wagons are raiding it. And maybe kamrat is delaying enough here? That's 69 villagers, which is not a nice economy in DM. But
no. The saving grace for our Mayan is these onagers. They are just destroying the Hussite wagons. Without those, it would be a much closer game, I think.
And that's the thing a bit, right? If the Hussite wagons are all in the same spot with Haufnitzer together, then which units are you gonna make that kills the wagons, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you need eagles.
You need a lot of eagles. And okay, he's finally got 31 villagers on food. Does our Mayan 12 villagers on food for our Bohemian? who yet again is down significantly in total supply.
Yeah, that is Chris being very active around the map. The plumed archer is still raiding, says Nukubus. Did it die now? I can't find it anymore.
Nah, they were raiding and then they moved commanded into the center where the Hussite wagons killed like 20 of them.
I see. Where the Haufnitze? We do have 2 on the field in the middle.
Yeah, they're gonna zone out the onager.
The Rams are so good because they're never champions, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 champions. Oh, the villagers are joining in. Chris has done a fantastic job.
Hardworking people. And hardworking people who need a champion.
And now he's mixing in halberdiers. Nothing particularly special about those halberdiers. They're gonna get gunned down by these Hussite wagons. But Chris has just expanded everywhere on the map. There's not a resource pile, no stone, no gold that he doesn't have his fingers on. And that is just
even a ram on the to the left. The last gold that I think Kamrat is controlling. He has some in the back too.
Yeah, he's got some in the back. Okay, the ram will get the cake.
Nobody's fishing.
I wonder how much food is on the fish. Not a lot. 189, 249. Yeah. Would have, especially you think with the both players going heavy on wood, we would have seen a few docks, but no.
They both struggled for food, right? It's an easy way to quickly transform into a foodie comedy bit.
Yeah. At some point, our Bohemian had 70 plus villagers on wood, so he had a lot of wood in the bank. But there's a big fat Mayan castle being dropped. Oh, it's not going to go up though.
In the back? Oh, Hussite wagon stopping that. I was looking at Kamrat's push in the middle, attacking that hill castle in the central position while losing the left side hill though. 2 hills and rams, and that is a lot of gold there as well. As Kamrat is losing a Haufnitze to the castle, not the other one.
But the castle does go down. The Eagles are here. They're running into champions in a choke point, which is never good, never fun for Eagles. And now a castle's going up on the left side. He's claiming that gold for himself.
I don't think that, though. There's Haufnitze kind of being distracted by the villagers, though. Haufnitze ready to target that castle going up. Hussite wagons moving in, champions moving in too. Will be very clutch. I don't think the wagons are the greatest at denying castles.
No, they fired too slow.
Champions should be better, though.
94%, 5%.
95%! And that was really important for Kamrat because I think he needs that position and needs that gold badly.
He needs that gold very badly. Unless Chris is going to sacrifice. He's moving in. How many villagers? 7 villagers is not enough. Not against this many champions. Oh, and their pathing is terrible. They're going straight into the Hussite wagons. He needs to send 30 villagers out.
The castle would have kind of ended the game because Eagles are also raiding the gold deco in Kamrat's top corner. So it would have been off gold if that castle goes up, but it didn't. So Kamrat still has some gold access.
The castle HP is falling, still has 3,000 HP now. Like I said, he's got to either send 20 villagers or he's got to let that castle die. You can't even cancel it. You're going to get back 5% of your stone, which is not worth it.
Eagle raids being very effective, though, in the back of Kamrat's base. Down to 76 villagers again. He might be a constant feature of the set. Great raiding by FreakinChris.
Yeah, FreakinChris is just in way too many locations with these Eagles. He's in the center as well with onagers taking on the Hussite wagons. They're clumped. The wagons are clumped.
Haufnitze taking out the onagers, but a bit too slow. Lots of wagons going down. Haufnitze now trying to snipe the trebuchets. We'll probably get that done.
We'll get them.
Let's stop the push. Skirms. Let's see skirmishers.
Oh my
Why do I see skirmishers though? We're fighting champions and Hussite wagons. That makes no sense.
Does the Hussite wagon have any armor that the skirms get a bonus against? No. Gunpowder, heavy siege. No,
it's a siege unit.
Yeah, I don't think these. We've got some monks being added into the mix for our Mayan on the left side as well. Another castle.
What's the relic count actually? 3-0 for the Mayans. FreakinChris has a win condition there as well. 1 relic in the back of Kamrat's base that never could have really picked it up.
Yeah.
Oh boy, another castle.
Okay, the castle's up. The eagle's in the back yet again raiding, but the villagers are killed. Oh, the villagers got together and killed it.
Oh, and he's losing all the Hussite wagons to the center as well. I feel like this is the 2-0 for Chris.
I like that Kamrat blocked the path on the right side with 2 houses.
Yeah, smart idea.
Yeah, and now he's getting towers.
Raids are somehow still coming in though. Polar signature move. I don't know if you saw the Polar spring set. Polar is known to make 3 towers in the same spot, even if it's guard towers, so whenever DMers make towers, DMers think of Polar.
Nice.
Or 3 towers.
So we know where he got the inspiration.
Rams are everywhere though. Another Polar spot towers there, but Rams are denying that castle in the middle is falling, leaving Kamrat at I think 0 castles. And no wagons.
No wagons, no anything, no food, barely any gold, no stone. And his towers are not going up, the ones on the left. Ah, what a fun game that was.
Kamrat taking FreakinChris to another close game, but not quite edging it out at being one of the bigger mistakes, sending all those Hussite wagons forward to raid instead of mounting a push with them.
That was atrocious when he lost 14, 15 of those Hussite wagons here in the center of Chris's base. But look at the map. It is all Chris. He is literally everywhere.
Yeah, fantastic job. Once again in game 2 with the raiding for the freaking brother from Austria.
Those eagles, I mean, Hera says they're the OP eagle warriors, and you can see why. That 100 HP just makes them so hard to deal with.
It does. I'm sorry, I will have to take another quick break before we go to game 3.
No worries. I'm reloading
for me. And BB.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Andy had the opportunity in the beginning with the Eagles, but I mean, Kamrat did a good job clustering his base. The Eagles couldn't really find any damage. It looked for a second like our Bohemian was going to steamroll when he had control of the center. He had Hussite wagons, Haufnitzas, he had champions. Nothing really the Mayan could do. But the fact that the Mayan got there first, placed down all of those castles, that was the saving grace for him. And then just the endless raid with the Eagles. I mean, how the hell do you stop a 100 HP Eagle from raiding? I mean, the champions can get there eventually, but by the time they do, villagers are dead. Resources are lost. And yet again, AoE2 Rex is not working. Otter, when you're back, if you hear this, let me know if you get a link to the game. Because my spectator dashboard is not working very well right now.
I probably did, and I am back. Let's send it to you. Oh, playing a set and then casting.
Exhausted.
Taking a bit of a toll on me. But, I mean, it's really good. The set is really good. I think the games have been great. I'm obviously also hoping a bit that we get to see a game 4. For that, we would need to see a Kamrat win now. He has Bulgarians, Portuguese, has used all his top picks though.
Can you see the actual game?
We are seeing Persians!
I'm still stuck in a loading menu.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
40 seconds for me.
Failed to start observing match. 1 second.
For me, the code I sent you worked.
Oh, I see it now, yeah. Okay. Okay. This should be fun.
Time for predictions. What? Persian sports. What do you think?
I think Persians are going to steamroll this. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think it's tough for Portuguese. They have Halberdier at least. The organ guns can be decent. Maybe it's a full water map in Portugal.
If there's literally no water.
To see.
Yeah.
Kamrat still has his 3.
I mean, look how close they are to one another.
And it's a wall start as well, but it's only fences. 1 HP.
1
so
HP.
That won't stop a Persian war elephant. And we have a Gergen, Khan, FreakinChris moving in, Kamrat defending with his one. It's not doing much damage to each other. I think Kamrat should use his 3 here and hope for a water map.
Let's see, he's got what, a minute left to do it?
Doesn't we just do 50 seconds, 45 seconds left for it. Good start for Chris as well, killing a lot of villagers.
The Tatars are out. 42 of them in production. Let's see this unit in action.
19, 18, 17.
This is going to be very hard for our Portuguese. These guys come with a big attack bonus against any kind of archers. Not that he's going archers right now, but that route is completely closed to him. And they actually beat out paladins in a 1-to-1, so the halberdiers are going to have to be very careful here. And if we start mixing in those war elephants that now move lightning fast, it's going to be very hard for our Portuguese. I mean, just look at the mini-map, Otter. Look at the bases.
Yeah, Chris with a fantastic start, killing there already 3 villagers or 4 with the starting hero, and then the Savar doing the rest. 7 to 3 eco kills. Kamrat also killing with the starting unit, but a really aggressive Persian build order here. Interesting to see that. Normally, in the old Persians, we saw only 3-4 stables, some camels, then into elephants, but Chris is playing them differently. Chris is playing full Savar attack here.
Yeah.
So, exploring new Persian meta.
And we get to see citadels in action here as the castles fire bullets. These infantry units are going to have to be very careful. They come with a bonus now against infantry. So you just, Chris just
They also have a bonus against infantry?
Yeah, infantry and rams, which makes them impervious. +3 against infantry, +3 against rams, which makes Persian castles probably, what, the strongest castles now? Except maybe Byzantine.
So the cast have bonus against infantry, then the unique cavalry has bonus against archers. Yeah. Oh boy, they're trying really hard to make Persians do some DMC.
Yep. But Chris is taking a bit of time.
In Imp now much better due to their recent update. Not as recent as the Persian one, but the organ gun change makes them better in post-imp, makes elite organ gun especially better against mass units. So also a bit buffed for DM. Don't think buffed enough once we see war elephants. Or I guess traps.
Hugo, thank you for that tip. I will definitely use that later to spectate games. But here come the elephants, and now the halberdiers. Now, one thing, Otter, I'll say about this map that might work to the benefit of the Portuguese is there's a lot of choke points here with the forests. Which means that these organ guns can have a great time, especially if they start converting elephants.
Oh, is he going monks? Yeah, he is going monasteries. Alright. I played a warm-up game with Kamrat earlier today where he was converting my Khmer elephants. So he did train converting elephants today.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, choke points. I don't know about champions here, but halberdiers, organ guns, and monks should be a pretty strong combo for the Portuguese.
Yeah, not really getting through the Savar to the siege. A lot of halberdiers around. Yeah, champions not really contributing much, I guess, against the opponents. Halberdiers, but there isn't too many. Honor to shot nicely done on some siege units out of the Portuguese. Very clutch fight in the choke point, same as last game.
And Kamrat learned his lesson from game 1. We've got how many bombard? 10 bombard cannons taking out the Trebs. Maybe I spoke too soon about the Persians steamrolling over this. Chris is out of gold.
Kamrat is looking good in the fights, but no eco for him, right?
0 eco. But he still has 5,000 gold to the 1,000 of his opponent.
Magyars are cheap. And the monks helping out as well. Probably, let's see some Portuguese wild.
He got all of the trebs. He really learned his lesson from game 1. Now the question is, why the hell is Chris adding in skirmishers and not commander and crossbows that cost only wood?
Yeah, I don't know. I think commander and wood be better against the halberdiers. All of that not too great against organ guns.
No.
But
looks like some raiding in the back.
No. Also not really onagers, right? There's too many bombard cannons. Yeah, kamrat eco is the problem, right? He is going around. Trappy saying, looking good for kamrat, make eco. That's also what I'm saying, kind of. But now here come the onagers rolling in, 40 organ guns.
Oh, 2 go down, 3 go down. 1 gets a flat pancake on the organ guns, but okay, there is still 1 left. Kamrat, why are you running away? Attack the onager. Okay, he gets it.
At the same time, kamrat getting raided by 2 boar elephants, and Savar in the back probably was busy sending some units over there. Middle still looking okay. No, kamrat, that castle is way too daring.
That is very
Oh no, he hits it once, 80 HP. It's on the way. I can't. Does he get that up?
If he
keeps never should be supposed to get that up.
I don't know. His opponent's making
not
skirmishers.
killing the castle. And then skirmishers aren't attacking the vills. I think
got
now
all of
FreakinChris
his
is
monks.
looking going forward.
Okay, now he's finally attacking the villagers. And his raid to the back has been cleared up. Much more even game than I thought, but look at the army count, 120 to 50.
What a funny game. 120 to 50 army, but 8 villagers to 170. kamrat has a window of about 5 minutes.
Exactly, before that Persian economy kicks in. I mean, they can rebuild their villagers 20% faster now. He's got to move out. He's got a big traffic jam in the front of his base, does kamrat. Why is he so scared to move out?
In the game right now, not really helping. I think he's trying to move out, but that little choke point, all the units cluttering up there.
Got 1 treb
many
moving.
people not too happy with the new pathing system.
He sees the castle to the bottom left.
Oh no, all the bombard cannons are getting stuck behind the halberdier.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Look at the Persian war elephants for the Portuguese. The Portuguese elephants are taking up the bombard cannons. Amazing, amazing use of those converted free units. Fantastic.
Well, certainly good for kamrat. Bombard cannons have drifted to the south.
Oh, they're trying to take down the elephants.
Because there's more space to maneuver the elephants. Why are they going back? Because of the conversion. Yeah, they are fearing the monks. Don't want to change sides here. Don't want to convert to the Christian Portuguese colonizing faith there. On an exploring mission, how they would call it. And the exploring mission is taking down good parts of the Persian Empire.
Wow, the Persian is running. Look at the army count now, 14 to 107.
I think kamrat might even want to consider to add Fetorias here. I don't want to say it because I'm always hating on Fetorias in DM.
This would be a perfect
the quickest and easiest way for him to make eco.
Perfect opportunity. One of the rare times when it makes sense to use the Fetorias would be right now, like you're saying. He's got 18 idle villagers. Look at kamrat's villager count. 25, 19 are idle. What the hell is going on?
I think kamrat knows if he focuses too much on his economy and loses the push, the game is over. Because the push is the one thing that's keeping him in here.
The only thing, yeah, keeping him alive right now. His bombard cannons are stuck one behind the other. There are a lot of Persian castles.
Pushing a bit too slow here.
Yeah, I agree. The Persian's not making an army. He's training cav archers, which I don't mind. But
he has a ton of res, yeah. I think he doesn't know how to beat kamrat's army.
Wow.
How,
what a bonkers
how does he
game.
though?
So far he's going cav archers because he's got no food. Savars are in the back. Trying to raid.
He's got 50 odd food though.
Take a look at the back of kamrat's base. There's 2 siege workshops going up. And Savar's heading that way.
Secret ram push. Secret ram push. Yeah, the Portuguese have a really good death ball, so I've also had games where I couldn't do anything against the Portuguese death ball, and I just relocated my economy away from it all the time and killed my opponent's economy until they eventually couldn't remake their units. It's a way to play against bots.
The Savars are just having their way with these villagers. Their HP, their armor is incredible. 8 pierce armor is ridiculous. Okay, second siege workshop is completed in the back of our Portuguese base. But like you're saying, the Portuguese push is a little bit too careful, a little bit too slow. Our Persian has expanded all over the map. He's going up to 40 cav archers, but they're missing bracers, so it means they're not really as strong as they could be.
10 minutes after being at 20 mils, still back at 20 mils. Yeah, but the army is unstoppable. This is reminding me of Deathmatch World Cup 4 finals where Viper had 0 villagers but a 164th army and did kill Code with it. Code resigned because he didn't know there was no army, but this time I think Chris knows. Kamrat has no army, so he just needs somehow to clear the push, and he wins.
Oh, we're the ram push that you were mentioning is starting on the bottom left side of the map. We've got 2 rams moving out. The cav archers are just not getting enough done as well.
I'm just staring at 18 monks inside a death ball in DM. This is absolutely crazy. I've never seen that many monks in a DM game. Oh, I'm lying. I saw them once.
And they're not converting anything.
Now the Savado moving in and the cav archers. Can this be the clear up?
Oh, the cav archers backing away.
For FreakinChris. Bohemians are killing them though.
But look at the army count now. All of a sudden is down 40 instead of 100. And the castle to the back of his base is under attack by those 2 rams. Oh, Chris is just way too many locations. He's got all the resources under his control. He's also raiding with Savars in the back of Blue's base now. The only gold pile that Blue has. Blue has no gold.
That is the problem with monks. You have to look at them all the time. And who can do that in a DM game when there's stuff happening at different spots at once, right?
That being said, our Persian's done a good job, you know, taking down a unit at a time in the center with his massive economy lead. He's making a comeback here.
And the cav archers are working. The reverse sweep won't happen, I fear, Keller, is this when the push is cleared.
Oh, the monks are exposed entirely now. The rams have been cleaned up. We've got our first Fatoria Otter. 2 Fatorias.
I think that needed to happen. I don't want to say it, but I think that needed to happen earlier when Cameron's in at the stone and the push. Just tuck it 6 Fatorias and just keep looking at your army.
Yep. That's the one easy thing.
Now Cameron is getting cleared.
Oh yeah, his center army is gone. He's being raided again to the back. There's 2 more rams moving forward to his castle, but his villagers see it.
And Kevach just good against monks, as things should be. Monks also got so prominent in RM because people just stopped because they made it so CA are too bad in the meta, right? That would have balanced out monks. And I think the early uptimes there as well. But I don't want to talk too much about RM and my theories about the monk meta not really being monks OP, but just meta shifts.
Someone in my chat order mentioned if you take a look at resources collected at the bottom right of the capture age format, 48,000 to 7,000.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there was no eco 1 push against a whole corner consisting of Persian farmlands, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at the mini-map.
Farming to the north, to the left, and the south. Also relics collected there. And even some farms in the south, so Kamrat is kind of surrounded by farmers.
I mean, this is about as surrounded as you can get in Age of Empires. You're stuck with your original clump. Kamrat has... Oh, he's in trouble. His army supply is now lower. He's built a new castle, but against the Rams, that's not going to hold up very long. He is
Certainly not. Really nice place by Chris, but... I love the set. I think Kamrat had good chances and really good plays in all 3 games. So
Kamrat put
if
up
this
a
ends up
very
being a
strong
3-0.
Yeah, he put up a very strong resistance in the first game. And then the second and third game, he pushed out very well. But there was no eco behind it, which is why I always introduce the deathmatch games by saying it's not as simple as people think. It's not just about building a big army and attacking, because take a look at the Persian on the minimap. His economy is insane. He's everywhere.
Yep.
So he could lose 5 castles. He could lose 3 siege workshops. It doesn't matter, because he can just rebuild. Whereas Kamrat was so focused on pushing, he's going to lose a Feitoria now.
Yeah, and DM, it's kind of the same as in RM. It's about micro, macro, and decision making. Just that all those decisions you have to make way quicker.
Exactly, all within the first 6 minutes.
Kamrat decided to ignore Zico and have one push, while FreakinChris done a great job with raiding Kamrat Zico for the whole set.
Yeah, this is like the sponge method here for Chris. He just soaked up all the damage, calm, relaxed, built his eco up to the north, the south, the east, and then when he could, he just, there you go.
Killed his opponent and killed the push, and therefore pushed into the base that wasn't.
I mean,
that developed for the Portuguese, but I agree with Trappy in chat there. Kamrat did show a really strong performance in all 3 games.
I agree. I agree. He needs to practice a little bit his eco, but beyond that, militarily, the pushes, the holds were fantastic. And he made such good use of the choke point in this game. How many units did the Persian lose? How many Savars died in that one choke point? But look at the resources collected, 62,000 to 12,800. 5 times more resources for our Persian is just absolutely
that's one stark
unsustainable.
Difference if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. And look at the scores though. The scores less than 1,000 apart.
Yeah, I mean, Kamrat really looked good there after the hold when he was in Chris phase. But if he could have just gotten economy up and like protected it as well in kind of a story about all 3 games, I think. Mm-hmm. But Chris made it super hard for him.
No,
I think that's just really well played by Chris.
I agree. He also killed 125 villagers. So whatever attempt Kamrat tried to make to get his eco up was just wrecked.
But 35 conversions is very impressive for DMK.
That is pretty impressive, and a lot of it very powerful units, like the elephants we saw. That's a big chunk of his army. That's like 5% of the Persian army got converted into the Portuguese army.
We can look at society count, and the map is all, and the chart is all green. We can look at military count.
Oh god!
And switch the chart over.
Oh god!
Wait, how do I switch it to the full thing here? And it's all blue.
Yeah, the blue line is significantly higher right up until what, the 24-minute mark, when those cav archers came out and just started sniping everything. But yeah, society is just ridiculous. 147 villagers. So yeah, a fun second set. And yeah, that was
great.
That was really great. I'm glad that we got to see so much fun, and especially like you said, the Feitorias could have been used maybe 20 minutes ago, as opposed to
yeah.
But it is what it is.
I don't want to say it too often, because Fetorias are really bad generally, and in 99% of situations you shouldn't make them. Just because we had that one situation doesn't mean that the people watching should learn or have to take away. Make Fetorias with Portuguese in DM, because I've seen people do it before, and it's always wrong, besides in this game.
And it continues to be wrong, because it didn't work this time either. But wow. Well, Kamrat, congratulations. Like we said, a staunch defense, a staunch offense. But ultimately, it is FreakinChris who takes all 3 games. And I think that's going to be it for me. Otter, are you going to continue streaming?
Yes, I think so. I think there's another set in 45 minutes. I'm probably going to do a little break. Then let's see what we do until. But I think I'm gonna stay live for the next one.
Understood. So anyone watching my stream, go on to Twitch. I'll put the link in the comments. Head over to Otter's channel because I'm I think I'm done for the day live streaming, but there will be a premiere this week of more deathmatch sets, which should be a lot of fun. And Otter, thank you so much for co-casting and inviting me to cast. That was a lot. I'll say all the games today were super fun.
Thank you so much for co-casting, and I hope your streak of picking 3-0 sets will end.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Hopefully soon we'll get to see more and more 3-2s.
I saw some really nice 3-2s. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Better luck in the future.
All right. So I'm going to end it, and I leave it to Otter. Everyone have a fantastic end of the weekend. And yeah, stay tuned for more Deathmatch Fastest Chaos Tournament. Take care, everyone.
Bye, YouTube.